The United Workers' Party could have a change of heart towards its decision not to attend Parliament. The UWP has missed 2 consecutive sittings of Parliament with threats of a possible by-election if they miss the 3rd meeting scheduled for later this month. Leader of the UWP, Ron Green, says the party will take a decision when the date is announced for the next sitting of Parliament.
Whenever the next Parliament of the Commonwealth of Dominica is called, the United Workers' Party will take a decision as to what it does in regard to the boycott. You will recall clearly that the boycott, which we conducted for the first Parliament on the 4th of February and for the second Parliament on the 29th of March, was in order to send an unambiguous, a very clear signal that the 18th of December election was fraudulent and that a number of matters need to be cleared up and sorted out so that we can have free and fair elections in Dominica, including electoral reforms, access to state media, and the issue of bribery.
Are you saying that there could be a change in your position, that the UWP may attend the next sitting of Parliament?
What I said is that when the time comes, we will take a decision. So we will see in regard to your question about the participation in the next Parliament.
Leader of the United Workers' Party, Ron Green, speaking to Kairi's Keisha Nicholas. A recently opened supermarket in Dominica has already begun giving back to the community. Max Mart Supermarket and the service station located on the Jimmet Highway, which was officially launched on Friday, has donated $3,000 to Camp Rescue Londonderry. Coordinator of Camp Rescue Londonderry, Father Franklin Coffey, is hoping that this gesture by the young company will motivate other corporate citizens to help reshape the destiny of Dominica as a young nation.
Team Rescue are very, very happy that a very young company like the Max Mac, would think of partnering with us, for this very, very important undertaking. In fact, only the very day that we were invited, to receive this contribution, we were having a meeting. In fact, we invited as many stakeholders as possible. So we were very happy and very grateful, and that, people like William says, Kiwani with Mr. Williams, they, would recognize our effort. I think the gesture from this company, Max Mart and the service gas station, are saying that people are recognizing that the corporate citizens need to come forward and contribute something to our youth, contributing the effort, especially for our young people at risk. So I want to again take this opportunity on behalf of Camp Rescue to thank all the so many people who are so generous in our undertaking.
Coordinator of Camp Rescue Londonderry, Father Franklin Coffey. Angry indigenous people were protesting in the community demanding the construction of a playing field which they say is taking too much time to unfold. Villagers blocked the street and cut down trees, interrupting even the police from conducting its duties. The protesters say $250,000 was made available to the Carib Council for the construction of the playing field since the inauguration, but no work has started.
Well, basically what is happening is like the people decide that they are fed up because it's time that the playing field come for. There been sports facility where we do not really have a sporting facility in our community. So these people that decide, they're coming together, the sports committees and the villagers has decided to put on a protest so that they could get the chief and the parliament to answer their questions today. And he have been there, like the answers he gave them, people wasn't satisfied, so more trees have been put down than the people on them have been putting down trees. While I'm speaking, the guys on them are cutting down trees lower down the area. So things have been really hot. The police officers and them are there. The chief is trying to try and get something going, but it's kind of difficult right now because the people are all up and going because the people believe that it's time that they get their playing field, at least their first phase. At the inauguration of the chief, they delivered the check to him of $250,000 for the playing field, and he himself came to the development committee and said that he has the funds in his hand, but he's waiting. He gave us a date to start the playing field, and then he has been giving us dates, and he's never fulfilling. No work has been started.
Member of the Seneca Sports Development Committee, Cuthbert Vivell. Meantime, Kairi Chief Garnet Joseph said the lack of engineers for the project has caused a major hurdle.
Well, actually, the government of Dominica has given the Kairi Council $250, $250,000. That was something last year during the inauguration ceremony. Now, we've taken up a challenge, and we've had several delays. And this is the only reason why the playing field has not been done. Had we had our way, we would have started work on the playing field as of October of last year. But on the 22nd, there's a letter dated 22nd of September last year from the Ministry of Education informing us that we have to work with an engineer. Now, we had serious difficulties contacting the engineer and getting anything from him. However, the works were passed on to the engineer that is attached to the CDB program in Caribbean Territory, Mr. Vivian Trotter. Now, the design of the playing field was handed over to Mr. Trotter, and when he presented to us, the recommendation coming from the first engineer, Mr. Emil Lancelot, states that more land is required for the playing field because what he did is superimpose the size of a football field on the area that was demarcated for the playing field, and it is just not enough. I think it's in this day and age that you cannot, have just a small little playing field for an area while it is possible to have, something better. And I think all residents of Seneca would agree that they would need a better playing field. Now, in order to do that, we spoke to the residents of the area whose land is adjoining the area surveyed for the playing field. They were not quite willing. We had several discussions. They were not willing until finally the council agreed to use its powers to acquire the area.
Chief Joseph says a number of other factors are associated to the setback of the project.
Now, they went to lawyer. They themselves wasn't too willing, and this only set back the work by we spend more time waiting for work to commence, because once the area is acquired, we had to have the surveyors to come back in again to survey this area to get the necessary levels before we can commence. Now, the surveyors that we counting on are governmental surveyors, and it's only when they can come that they come. So we've been waiting on them, and we too, the Caribbean Council too, is very much disappointed that we could not start the work, because we ideally would have liked to have started earlier this year when we had all the bright weather. Now, as of last week, I informed Mr. Trotter that we have to do something because I consider the rain start falling, and we would not want to do excavation work under the rains. So I think that the persons have a right to protest. We're in a democratic country and people have a right to do whatever they choose. However, I'm not sure whether this protest in particular going to get the desired results that they want, because the problem is not with us here. We too have to be waiting on other persons that have to be necessary preparation before we can commence. And I think that we could just have gone ahead and start excavation work on the little area that was first demarcated for the playing field. But like I said, I think the residents of Seneca would be very happy to know that the area can be extended, and at the end result it would have been something that everybody would be happy with. So I think that we too, and as Chief and Council, are waiting, likewise the residents of Seneca, and we would have to wait until such time that all the preparatory work has been done before we can commence excavation work.
Kairi Chief Garnet Joseph. Joseph said the protesters want an indication that the project will commence in 2 weeks, but even that cannot be promised just yet. Kairi News will bring you an update on this matter when it becomes available. We are also seeking comments from the parliamentary representative Ashton Grano in that regard. Sociologist and criminologist Dr. Peter Saint-Jean has told Dominicans that it is an error to say that crime is not in its full force on the island. Speaking on Kairi's Heng, Dr. Saint-Jean says Dominica does have a crime problem, one relative to itself.
Early intervention is the best investment that one can have for any issue that they consider to be in alignment with the quality of life. So having said that, yes, Dominica has a crime problem.